So the man Snoop Dogg, Snoop Deal Double G, he had been lobbying for quite a while for Harry O to be pardoned and be released from prison. Okay. Now, Donald Trump on Tuesday, he confirmed that, that the prison sentence of Death Row's co-founder, Michael Harry O. Harris, he's been granted clemency and he will be free sooner than later. You know what I mean? He received a pardon from Donald Trump in December. So Donald Trump is letting niggas out, man. He's letting a lot of live dudes out. And, hey, man, he let the man Guy Fisher home. Now Harry O's coming home. Got to give him props for that, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. Harry O's coming home. That's what it matters, you know what I mean? Now, Harry O was in prison for attempted murder and cocaine trafficking. He's the guy that is the alleged co-founder of Death Row Records, along with Suge Knight and also Dr. Dre, you know what I mean? And he got convicted, I can't remember when, man. I used to have a Feds magazine with Harry O's story, and it was a long-ass story. I'm gonna tell you like that, man. That shit was long. But Harry O has gotten a pardon from Donald Trump, you know what I mean? And this came shortly after it was revealed that, Snoop Dogg had been secretly lobbying the White House on behalf of the man Harry O, you know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg, was one of the first artists on Death Row, and he has been outspoken and very critical on Donald Trump. And he even made a video in which, he clowned the man, Donald Trump. You know what I mean? But the man is free now, you know what I'm saying? And he, the man, Harry O, is coming home, you know what I'm saying? So God give props to Snoop Dogg for putting in that work, you know what I mean? For getting this man, Harry O. Harry O was a guy who was done dirty by that lawyer. What's that lawyer's name? David Kenner or Keller, the lawyer for Death Row, the guy who got the man Snoop Dogg off of that murder charge in, I believe, 1990, was it 95 or 96? So while the man Harry O was in jail, in prison actually, not jail, because you could come home from jail if they post bond, you know what I'm saying? While he was in there, David Kenner and Suge Knight conspired to freeze the man Harry O out of all proceeds and just cut him out the business, when the man Harry O is alleged to have put up the startup money and funded Death Row Records, you know what I mean? The man Harry O was a stout businessman, a savvy businessman, a guy who had multiple real estate ventures, capital ventures, you know what I mean? A guy who owned buildings, and I ain't talking about no buildings like apartment buildings I'm talking about buildings in downtown LA, you know what I mean? Harry O was a major player in the Los Angeles scene in the 80s and up until the time he got knocked. So he's coming home now, you know what I mean? Donald Trump letting people home before his last days in office. I believe today's his last day in office, man. I gotta go to Georgetown. Today in Washington, D.C. Hopefully ain't no white militias or white racist crackers out there or some white supremacists, white nationalists, you know what I mean? Stay the fuck out of Georgetown, because I'm going there to shop. I'm going there to do some shopping. Go over there to the Capitol and you can stay out my way. Another gentleman who was released, who had a prior criminal record, is a guy by the name of Lou Hobbs. Lou Hobbs is out of Brooklyn, New York. He's a guy who was, I guess, was convicted as a drug dealer. I don't know if he had any murders or anything, but he's a guy out of Brooklyn, New York. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember his story. I can't remember it too well, but he was cool with the guy by the name of Kendu and Demencio, you know what I mean? Demencio out of Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? These guys were, these guys were players in the drug game at the time, you know what I mean? Would even come down to Washington, D.C., But President Trump communicated the sentence of Lou Hobbs. Lou Hobbs has served 24 years of a life sentence and while he was incarcerated. Your man Lou Hobbs got his GED and other other stuff in prison as far as educational classes to get him clemency. You know what I mean? And Lou Hobbs, I believe Lou Hobbs, if I'm not mistaken, was there in Washington D.C. right here on 7th Street at the Kennedy Playground or the Kennedy Rec Center as it is now. I believe that Lou Hobbs was there the day Demencio got murked, you know what I mean, on behalf of the man Alpo. When the man got shot in the dome, killed right on the spot at the basketball game in front of hundreds, maybe thousands of people. You know what I mean? On a hit that was allegedly arranged, not allegedly, it's now public knowledge, a hit that was arranged by Alpo Martinez and Wayne Perry from Washington, D.C., you know what I mean? So Lou Hobbs is Dementio's good man. And Lou Hobbs got a lot of criticism because he ain't do nothing about his man's getting murked right there on the court. Maybe the guy was shook. I don't know. I wasn't there in 1991, you know what I mean, when that hit happened, But Lou Hobbs is being granted clemency. And so is other guys like Kodak Black and Lil Wayne, but I don't give a fuck about these guys, you know what I mean? These guys are only being granted clemency because they got some money. You know what I'm saying? Lou Hobbs and them, they put in time. Guy Fisher, they've done on like 40 years, you know what I mean? Harry O been in there for 20, 30, maybe 30 years. So these guys ain't no rappers who holding burners just and get granted clemency because they got some paper. Nah, these some real live dudes who've paid their debt to society. And, Trump has done something good at least on his way out the building. So after you grant all these people clemency, get the fuck out the door, man. You can be gone now, Donald Trump. Thanks, but no thanks. But thanks for Lou Hobbs, Guy Fisher, Harry O, these live dudes coming home. Be Marsh Box, leave your thoughts and comments. I'm going to catch you on the next one. I'm gone. Peace.